Kim Hyun-joong.
Kim Hyun-joong is a South Korean entertainer, actor, and the leader and main rapper of boy band SS501. Kim is well known for his role as Yoon-ji-hoo in the 2009 Korean drama Boys Over Flowers, for which he received the Popularity Award at the Seoul International Drama Awards 2009 and the Popularity Award at the 45th Paeksang Arts Awards, and as Baek Sung-jo in Playful Kiss, for which he received Male Popularity Award at MBC Drama Awards, and also for his lead role in Playful Kiss, and also for action drama in which he portrayed a character of freedom fighter in Inspiring Generation, also known as Age of Feelings. With the expiration of the contract, Kim left DSP Media, who managed him as part of SS501, and joined Key East in 2010. He debuted as a solo artist with his Korean mini-albums Breakdown and Lucky in 2011. He is a member of the charity football team FC Men as well as a style icon in Korea, having won several icon awards.
Biography. Early life and education.
Kim Hyun-joong family consists of his parents and an older brother. He was born on June 6, 1986 in Seoul, South Korea. During his school days, Kim played bass guitar in a band. However, he dropped out of school when he decided to become a singer. After SS501's debut, nevertheless, Kim returned to school and graduated in 2006. In 2011, Kim enrolled in Chungwoon University to study stage production management. He, then, enrolled into Konju Communication Arts, KCAU, to study applied music in February 2012.
Pre-debut.
Initially he was to debut in a 5-member group, of which Anyeon of B2Y, now disbanded, was to be the leader and Kim the youngest member. During 2001 and 2002, while working as a waiter in a family restaurant located at Jamsil-dong, Kim was introduced to a new set-up management company CEO. While the group underwent training together, they were asked by their company to debut in China as a Hallyu project group, but they rejected the offer and disbanded. Kim proceeded to audition for DSP Media, formerly DSP Entertainment, and became a member and a leader of SS501.
2005-08, debut with SS501 and We Got Married.
Kim Hyun-joong made his entertainment debut as the leader of SS501 on June 8, 2005, along with their debut album entitled Warning. Their second mini-album, Snow Prince, was released in late 2005, 5 months after their debut. During this time, they also established their official fan club name, Triple S, and fan club color, Pearl Green. The group earned popularity right away as they won many rookie awards after debut. In fact, SS501 has had their first variety show, SS501M, picked by MNET, documenting their pre-debut days and 3 months after their debut. At the same time, SS501 also appeared on the 2006 show Thank You for Waking Me Up, which proved Kim to be a heavy sleeper. SS501 soon promoted their first studio album, which was released on November 10 entitled ST01 Now. At the same time, SS501 also gained popularity in Japan 1 year later in 2007, having their own variety shows and learning Japanese language to capture the hearts of Japanese fans. A Japanese fan club was established with the name Triple S Japan, which officially debuted on March 25, 2007, when SS501 had their first official meeting with the club. The group at this time released several albums, which includes Kokoro, Distance, and their self-titled full album, SS501. SS501 also received the Newcomer Award by Japan Gold Disc Award in January 2008. This was the first time for Korean artists to receive this award. Simultaneously, SS501 became active both in Korea and Japan, releasing Deja Vu and Lucky Days albums. In May 2008, Kim joined the cast of We Got Married along with Winbo in episode 9. Known as the Lettuce Couple, they won NBC's Best Couple Award. The couple made their official exit from the show in episode 38, on December 14, 2008 due to scheduling conflicts with Boys Over Flowers.
2009-10, Boys Over Flowers, leaving DSP Media, and Playful Kiss.
While working in Japan in 2008, Kim was cast for his first lead acting role as Yoon-ji-woo in the Korean drama Boys Over Flowers, a role for which he won the Best Actor award at the Seoul International Drama Awards 2009 and the Popularity Award at the 45th Paeksang Arts Awards. Because of his drama work, Kim, along with his bandmate Park Young-min, who starred in a musical at the time, were absent for SS501's You A Man album, which the three remaining SS501 members promoted by themselves, with the exception of some special performances that included all 5 band members. After SS501 released All My Love, Solo Collection, and Rebirth in September 2009, Kim was diagnosed with H1N1 during promotional activities in Yokohama, Japan for Boys Over Flowers. He was treated in a Tokyo hospital and was discharged on September 15, 2009. While recovering from H1N1, he could not attend the Seoul International Drama Awards. So his SS501 bandmates, Hyo Young-sang, Kim Kyo-jong and Kim Young-jun accepted the award on his behalf. Kim became a spokesperson for cosmetics brand Tony Moly, an established company with numerous branches all across Asia, including Korea, Taiwan and Hong Kong, but ended his contract with Tony Moly at the end of September 2010 and continued to be the spokesperson for another cosmetics brand, The Face Shop. In May 2010, SS501 released their last album before their contracts ended entitled Destination, produced by Stephen Lee. Its title song Love Ya was well received, rating high in record sales and online music stores, and topped Music Bank's K-chart even without promotions. Due to their ending contract with DSP Media, however, the group ended promotions after only 2 weeks. On June 19, 2010, Kim appeared at a concert in the Philippines alongside Beast for the K-pop meets P-pop. Kim Hyun-joong and Beast live in Manila at the Araneta Coliseum. 9 days later, the news that Kim had officially left DSP Media and joined Barry Young-joon's Key East Entertainment Company was announced. Kim played the leading role of Baek Sung-jo in the drama Playful Kiss, a Korean adaptation of the Japanese shoujo manga It Is a Rana Kiss. Baek Sung-jo is an all-around perfect genius with an IQ of 200, who ends up falling in love with Oh Ha-ni, played by Young So-min. Because of the drama's success in Korea, Playful Kiss was broadcast in China and on November 7, its leading male actor, Kim, was interviewed by CNN's Anna Koren. On October 11, Playful Kiss opened its official YouTube channel account for the series' special edition promotional video and it attracted many viewers. Kim was invited to perform Sunshine Again with 4 other singers from Chinese-speaking countries, at the 2010 Asian Games in Gwangju as the representative of South Korea. He also went to Singapore and Malaysia to promote The Face Shop in December.
2011, solo debut and Japan tour.
In May, Kim named his official solo fan club Hyun-joong, which is a combination of H, as in Hyun-joong, and Benicia, which derives from Latin word meaning blessed. On June 7, 2011, Kim released his solo debut mini-album, Breakdown, produced by Stephen Lee. The album exceeded 70,000 pre-ordered copies in just 10 days. It peaked at number 1 on Gain Weekly Album Chart for the week starting June 5, 2011 and was the best-selling album for June on Gain Monthly Album Chart with 100,433 copies sold. It also topped the Japanese Oricon chart in the International Imported Album category for the first week of July. Breakdown was the first-place winner for 2 consecutive weeks on NET's M! Countdown Music Show, June 16 and 23, 2011, as well as on KBS's Music Bank. Breakdown is certified platinum in Taiwan, due to which Warner Music Taiwan CEO Chen Zhe-shan handed Kim a platinum record in a press conference held in Taiwan. As far as Kim's popularity in Taiwan is concerned, he was the first Korean to appear on Taiwanese TV show The Person. In July 2011, Kim held the first of his nationwide concerts in Japan. The tour continued from November in 7 cities across Japan: Sapporo, Sendai, Hiroshima, Yokohama, Nagoya, Tokyo and Fukuoka. On October 11, 2011, Kim released his second mini-album Lucky. It debuted at number 5 on Billboard's World Chart and topped the Gaon chart again for the third week of October 2011 and was the highest-selling album on the Hantyo album sales chart for the month of October. On October 25, 2011, Kim, together with Sohyun, released a digital single entitled The Magic of Yellow Ribbon, which is the theme song for a commercial for the Face Shop. On October 28, he, along with Ha Ji-won, acted as MC at the 2011 K-pop super concert held at Gwangalli Beach in Busan, which was broadcast on SBS on November 6. In November 2011, Kim won the 2011 Kia Seoul People's Choice Style Icon Award for the third consecutive year. On November 9, Kim announced at a press conference for his Japan tour that he had signed a deal with Universal Music Japan for his Japan-based music activities. Kim successfully completed his Japan tour that had started on November 9, attracting over 30,000 fans. By the end of the year, at the 2011 Net Asian Music Awards, which were held in Singapore, Kim won the award for Best Male Solo Artist. On December 15, 2011, Kim released his digital single Marry You/Marry Me, which consists of Marry Me and Marry You as well as instrumental versions of them. Music videos for both songs were released on his official YouTube channel the same day.
2012, Japanese releases, fan meeting tour and city conquest.
On January 25, 2012, Kim released his first Japanese single Kiss Kiss/Lucky Guy, which consists of Japanese versions of songs from his 2 Korean mini-albums and 1 original Japanese song. Both singles reached the highest recorded in a day for any overseas artist in Japan. 2 weeks after its release, the single reached gold status in Japan for selling more than 1 million copies. On May 23, Kim's first Impact concert DVD sold 16,000 copies in its first week of release, taking the #1 spot for the overall DVD chart. This is the first time a Korean artist has taken the #1 spot, and a second time a foreign artist has taken the #1 spot on the charts, the first being Michael Jackson, with his 2011 DVD. From May to July, Kim held his Kim Hyun-joong Fan Meeting Tour 2012, making stops in Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China and Thailand. The singer, who had mostly focused on promoting his albums after his second drama Playful Kiss had come to an end in 2010, was cast for the upcoming drama City Conquest, which will air in late 2012/early 2013. Kim Hyun-joong will portray the main character of Baek-mir in City Conquest, a wild and strong man, who experienced many hardships and difficulties throughout his life, for example growing up without his parents. Baek-mir ends up taking revenge against the evils of society which had destroyed his family. The drama is an adaptation from the original comic by author Shin Young-bin. Only a few days before filming for City Conquest began in Japan, Kim released his second Japanese single Heat on July 4. Along with its lead track Heat, the single album also includes Let's Party. The single took over Japan Oricon's daily and weekly charts, where 140,000 copies were sold on its first day, then a total of 183,000 copies for its first week. Moreover, the album also placed third for Oricon's singles monthly chart for the month of July, selling 196,850 copies and beating DBSK's Android album with 171,554 copies. There is no question that Kim's Heat single earned a gold certificate as well. On August 4, 2012, Kim Hyun-joong won the Best Asian Artist Award at the 2012 Asia Song Festival held at the Pop Festival stage of the Expo 2012 in Yeosu, South Korea. On October 4, 2012, Kim announced at an event to promote City Conquest and to celebrate his Japanese fan club Hanisha Japan's first anniversary, that he would release his first full-length studio album in Japan in December. One day later, Universal Music Japan released further information via Kim Hyun-joong's Japanese website including the album's title Unlimited and a still incomplete track listing. In November, Kim Hyun-joong participated in being a model for Madame Tussauds display. They created an accurate life-size wax model of him to be displayed at Madame Tussauds studio in Busan on December 21. A figure was said to have cost 200 million South Korean won, approximately $186,000 and was built after 500 measurements were taken. Kim finally released his first full-length Japanese album entitled Unlimited on December 12, which consists of 14 tracks including the Japanese versions of Breakdown and Lucky Guy. It topped the Oricon Daily Album Charts, and both the Tower Records Weekly Album Charts for Shibuya branch and overall Weekly Album Chart upon its release.
2013, Japan Tour 2013 and Korean comeback.
In January, Kim Hyun-joong had his first Japanese tour of this year entitled Japan Tour 2013 Unlimited Tour. He performed his hit songs with a live band, which began on the 6th at Kobe World Memorial Hall and toured various cities across Japan including Saitama, Nagoya, and Fukuoka. In addition, he performed in South America on February 24 for the first time. He, along with Lee, Barry Kiji, and Onbels performed in Brazil for the 2K13 Feel Korea event. On the next day, February 25, they visited on a children's center in Sao Paulo to get closer to the people and spend time with them. Then, he headed to Peru for a fan meeting. On the other hand, his Unlimited album has been certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of Japan, RIAJ, after selling more than 100,000 units to retailers. In February, it was rumored that City Conquest has been rejected by KBS for the reason that it lacked in quality. The producers of the drama, however, argued that KBS decided not to air it even after following KBS's requirements and requests, without any words of apology or explanation to the producers and fans. Instead, the team accused KBS of having political reasons for pulling out the drama. Then, again, KBS asserted that those claims were all false and will take strict actions against the producers. After some time, it was announced that Kim Hyun-joong will be withdrawing from the drama and is planning to start in another drama later this year instead. For now, he started his promotions as a singer with his Japan and World Tour. On March 2, Kim Hyun-joong performed at the U-Express Live 2013 at the Makuhari Mess in Japan together with the other artists such as Ringo Starr and his all-star band, Far East Movement, Naoto Inti Raimi and Kara. The concert is one in which only the most popular singers that represent the 6 labels under Universal Music can perform. He also won the Creators Factory Best Actor Award at the 5th Okinawa Music Festival for the music video Lucky Guy. The awarding ceremony was held on March 26 at the Okinawa Convention Center Theatre 2 in Japan. During this time, Kim Hyun-joong made his comeback in a Korean variety show after a long while. He is cast on the new SBS variety show with Kang Ho-dong, which first aired on April 21. Barefoot Friends' casts, which includes Yeon Hyuk, Uee, and Kang Ho-dong gathered together for the first time at Incheon International Airport and went to Vietnam to start filming and perform various missions. Aside from Barefoot Friends, Kim Hyun-joong also appeared in the UV concert that was held on May 24 and 25. Kim Hyun-joong's, Then, released his third Japanese single on June 5. Tonight includes 5 different covers with 5 completely different image concepts for each of the covers. It also includes 3 songs, Tonight, Cappuccino, and Jundae Quoxio Sena Cute. Once again, his single topped the Oricon Daily Charts, with 101,818 copies sold, and taking the number 2 spot by the end of the week. The album received gold certificate for selling more than 1 million copies on June. On June 6, the same day as his birthday, Kim released his new digital single in Korea entitled, What It Means to Be Alive as a present for his fans. 2 days later, on June 8, Kim held his 2013 KHJ show, Party People fan meeting in Seoul, Korea to meet with his fans after a long while. Other than singing his new released single Live for the first time, Kim also celebrated his birthday, and his debut with SS501 8 years ago at the same time with his 5,000 fans who attended the event. The other members of SS501 celebrated their 8th anniversary together with a video greeting message to celebrate and greet their fans, wherein they posted it on their YouTube accounts individually at the same day. However, Kim could not join them in the video because of his shooting on his variety show, Barefoot Friends at the time. Nevertheless, Kim Hyun-joong said. 2 days after the event, Key East stated that he will be releasing his third mini-album Round 3 on July 22. They released the first photo teaser of his back muscles with Korean traditional pattern tattoos on the same day, and the second photo teaser of his intense gaze downwards with a tattoo on his neck 4 days later. Jay Park and Doc 2 participated in the lyric making as well as featuring in the songs Unbreakable and Your Story respectively. In addition, both songs are created by Stephen Lee, and choreographed by Lal Benica in the former and Kerwin Madrid in the latter. On October 20 and 21, Kim held his Kim Hyun-joong Premium Live Tonight exclusive concerts at the Makuhari International Exhibition Hall, Japan with 20,000 fans and with a special appearance by Barry Young Jr. By the end of the month, Kim exited Barefooted Friends due to his new KBS drama, Inspiring Generation, which started filming in November in China. The action drama, depicting the story of love and friendship of fighters from Korea, Japan and China, received much attention from the Asia market, including Ray and Mo Production Company, America, and Thailand, prior to its airing.
2014, Inspiring Generation.
Inspiring Generation premiered on January 15 with a 7.8% viewer rating.
Philanthropy.
Known to be a generous artist, Kim Hyun-joong has continually donated to charities and healthcare institutions to share his achievements with those in need. In 2011, Kim donated $50,000 to the Korean Red Cross Association before his Japanese tour in November, then adding $50,000 to an association that heats homes later on, and another $50,000 for the third time to feed the children in Fukushima following the aftermath of the earthquake, totaling up to $150,000 secret donation. In 2012, Kim donated 50 million South Korean won, about $46,000 on December 3 to the Red Cross once again. He also donated 20 million South Korean won, about $17,300 to be used for the Kim Hyun-joong Scholarship, and another 30 million South Korean won, about $25,950 to the summer campaign for senior citizens living alone, totaling up to 50 million South Korean won, about $43,250, as he was touched when his fans donated 10 million South Korean won, about $8,860 to the said campaign. At the same time, he was also part of the Save the Earth Reform Class environmental campaign by the Hang Ten brand, on June 13. In 2013, Kim donated 100 million South Korean won, about $86,500 to one foundation for the victims of the earthquake in Yunnan, China.
Filmography. Variety show. Endorsement.
Samsung and Nicole Blue, Mighty Mac, Elite Uniform, Lottie Milkshake, Converse, Samsung and Nicole Haptic Pop, TI for Men, Nongshim, Lecoq Sportif, Samsung and Nicole Jet, Dynamic Kin, Coca-Cola, Hotson Chicken, Samsung Card, MVIO, Basic House, I'm David, Tony Moly, The Face Shop, Hang Ten, Coupang Spring Campaign, Lottie Duty Free, Eon Heatwerk, Japan, Eon Coolish Fact, Japan, Seoul Ambassador to Tourism, Slim Beauty House, Japan, March 2012 Honorary Ambassador of the United Nations Millennium Development Center Poll.
Awards.
Kim's role as Yoon Ji-hoo in the 2009 Korean drama Boys Over Flowers paved way for his popularity and thus received several popularity awards and being one of the style icons in Korea. In addition, Kim also received several awards for his album releases including a Daesang Award from the Tower Records K-Pop Lovers Awards, multiple and consecutive awards from Yahoo! Buzz and Best Male Solo Artist during the 13th Mnet Asia Music Awards.